architect by training. Got into social sector at the age of 26. I'm 62 now. 35 years. It's a long story of an angry young man getting to work on marginalized people, agriculture laborers, bonded laborers, small and marginal farmers, fishermen, and trying to, last 35 years has been a journey to find solutions for inclusive economic growth. Everybody talks about it, and I thought the answer has to be something which would be through enterprises, through linking with wealth generation. And Sabras is one of the initiative of this. I am known as a Sabras man or a salt man, but Sabras is about 25% of my work. Okay, it's a short film prepared by and shown by Times Now as Amazing Indians. It was covered under that, and Bloomberg has just recently shot a film on us, Down to Earth program. I will send the link here so that people can look at it. But this is a short film.
Just 2 hours away from Ahmedabad lies little run of Kutch. A vast expanse of hardened mud. Every year for 8 months, this desert comes alive with activity when nearly 10,000 families of the Agaria community make it their abode as they prepare to unearth their white gold. Salt.
This part of the state, Gujarat, which is called Little Run of Kutch, people produce salt by mining out underground brine. That's why it's called inland salt. There are about, one estimate says there are about 10,000 families annually produce 30 lakh metric ton of salt annually in this area. Generally, salt production season starts somewhere around September, October, post monsoon.
The salt pans are passed on from one generation to the other. The entire family engages in this highly labor-intensive activity every year, battling harsh weather.
When they start September, October, the nights are very cold. The temperature goes up to 3 to 4 degrees at times in the night. On the other side, when summer comes, April, May, the issue is harsh sun and temperature go up to 45 to 50 degrees. They are constant touch with saline water, and that is creating serious trouble in terms of hypertension, blood pressure and other things which really affects them. Fourth is, there is a huge expanse, there is a lot of glare that affects their eyes, and they get, some of them really suffer night blindness. One of the things which was very shocking to me, I was told by some people that when Agarias die, their feet have to be cut because it doesn't get cremated along with the rest of the body. This is largely because there is a lot of salt in their feet.
The Agarias suffer not only at the hands of Mother Nature but also money lenders.
ત્યારે અમારે એન્જિન રિપેર કરવા માટે અને ડીઝલ માટે વેપારી પાસે પૈસા લેવા પડે. એટલે વેપારી પાસે પૈસા લેવા જવું પડે એટલે વેપારી પહેલા એમ કહે કે ભાઈ તમે પહેલા મીઠાનો ભાવ નક્કી કરો, ત્યાર પછી તમને પૈસા આપશું. એટલે વેપારી જે ભાવ નક્કી કરે એ અમારે માન્ય રાખવું પડે અને એ ભાવ અમારે એને મીઠું આપવું પડે.
This price fixing has over the years undone the hard work of salt producers who end up earning only 12 to 15 paise per kilo of salt that they produce. But in 2007, the desert ushered in winds of change, when for the first time, more than 30 Agarias joined hands with Rajesh Shah to form Sabras Processing and Marketing Limited, a company committed to fair trade practices.
People were not understanding what I was talking in terms of how I am going to increase their income. And therefore, first of all, about 30 to 35 Agarias got together. I explained to them that let us set up a company which will procure, process and market salt. And I said you will have majority stakes in it. So I gave them 74% equity and 26% equity was put in by my parent company called Save Limited. They didn't have money. So I told them that they can give me their equity in form of salt. So this is the first time they are now getting aggregated and becoming part of an enterprise. Today this company has grown. Its annual turnover is 60 lakhs. It is this company which is trying to also innovate how to reduce their costs of production.
After setting up Sabras, Rajesh proceeded to eliminate one of the costliest inputs of salt production, diesel.
Now the need of salt producer is to have 1 lakh litre per day of water, and windmill was not in a position to take it out. And so we thought, let's now try another source of energy, and we looked at solar pump. Now solar pump has a major concern is about the initial capital costs. So how do you get that? And one of the difficulties that the small salt producer would face, nobody gives them credit from the banks. So we thought, let's look at the solar pump and approach NABARD. So NABARD gave me cost for 2 pumps in 2009. And we tried it out in one of the pilot phase. We saw that it works. We evolved that design over a period of 2 years. And finally we identified a supplier who would provide us the solar pump of our prescription and our specifications and within the cost that people can pay.
For many, like Umar Bhai Qureshi, the solar pump has been more than a boon, saving him 70 to 75,000 rupees per year.
पिछले साल से हमने 8 से 10 हमारी कंपनी 8 से 10 जगह पर ये सोलर पंप किया है। इसमें काफ़ी पानी 2 इंच की लाइन भरपूर पानी निकलता है। अगरिया को डीजल का जो फायदा होता है, ये थोड़ा महंगा है मगर 3 साल में वो फ्री हो जाता है। ये पंप सोलर पंप इसलिए 3 साल रखे तो फ्री हो जाता है।
For all the stakeholders, the salt producers as well as Rajesh and his team, Sabras has an experiment, a market-driven approach to eliminate poverty.
I think it requires a tremendous amount of enterprise to survive as a poor man in this country. And I thought, let us ignite that enterprise and try and look at market-driven solutions which are more sustainable, more sort of long-term, and it will give them a continuous sort of a source of income rather than depending too much on grants and subsidies. I think with the opening up of our economy, the opportunity for poor people has increased, and we must utilize that opportunity by aggregating poor people on one side, link them with the professionals like us who could jointly develop poor-owned, poor-controlled, professionally managed enterprises which can link them to the new economy.
This son of soil and salt is driven by passion, a passion to give the marginalized salt producer their due.
As I always say to my colleagues in the office, this work is basically out of dissatisfaction which is leading to anger leading to some kind of passion. And we try to sort of use that passion with creativity to sort of resolve some of the very pressing issues of poor people.